patience.
Gracias por su paciencia.
I am delighted to be here today with all of you.
Estoy muy feliz de estar aquí con ustedes.
Thank you for taking the time to come to the conference.
Gracias por haberse tomado este momento para venir y asistir a esta conferencia.
When we want to make social change in the world, whether it's about the environment or in any area, we have to be good leaders to do that.
Cuando queremos hacer un cambio social, ya sea con el medio ambiente o en cualquier área, debemos ser buenos líderes.
So I would like to talk about PR Sarkar's vision of leadership.
Entonces quisiera hablar un poco sobre la teoría de Sarkar, sobre la visión del liderazgo.
PR Sarkar was the founder of Prout. He lived from 1921 until 1990 in India.
Sarkar fue el fundador de la teoría Prout, quien vivió desde el año
1921 to 1990.
1921 hasta 1990.
Okay. We all have experienced mediocre leaders, people who want power for personal gain.
Existen algunos líderes mediocres que son personas que quieren el poder para su propio beneficio.
Perhaps aren't clear about where they're going.
Quizás no tienen claro hacia dónde van.
Can easily be bought out.
Pueden ser fácilmente sobornados.
Or lack the skills to really organize their work.
Y no tienen la habilidad de organizar grupos.
But social change, revolution, it requires excellent leadership.
Pero el cambio social y la revolución necesita que hayan líderes excelentes.
According to the Prout founder PR Sarkar, those spiritual revolutionaries who work to achieve progressive changes for human elevation on a well-thought, pre-planned basis, whether in the physical, metaphysical, or spiritual sphere, by adhering to the moral principles of Jama and Niyama, are Sadvipras.
De acuerdo con la teoría de Prout Sarkar, aquellos revolucionarios espirituales que trabajan para lograr cambios progresivos que eleven la sociedad, basados en una previa planificación bien pensada, ya sea en la esfera física, metafísica o espiritual, y siguiendo los principios morales de Yama y Niyama, son Sadvipras.
So I'd like to talk about this concept of Sadvipras for a few minutes.
Quisiera hablar un poco de este concepto de Sadvipras por unos minutos.
Excellent leaders are physically fit, able to work hard.
Los líderes excelentes tienen un buen estado físico y tienen la capacidad de trabajar duro.
They are mentally developed.
Tienen una mente desarrollada.
Able to think clearly about things.
Una espiritualidad elevada y pueden pensar claramente.
And they're spiritually elevated. They have the ability to look at things from a bigger perspective.
Tienen la capacidad de ver las cosas desde una amplia perspectiva.
Excellent leaders are well-rounded in their development. They're developed on all areas.
Los excelentes líderes, Sadvipras, están desarrollados en todas las áreas.
As I spoke earlier, they're able to physically work hard to do what's required to lead and to create social change.
Tienen la capacidad de trabajar duro para crear el cambio y trabajar con la sociedad.
They're able to protect their family and their community. This is one of the very bases of development. We learn as a young child to protect ourselves and to protect those that we're around. And this is a stage of our development that's important for leaders to be clear in.
Tienen la capacidad de proteger a su familia y a su comunidad. Y esto es muy importante para el desarrollo humano porque les enseña, aprendemos desde pequeños a que tenemos que proteger a nuestra familia.
Need to be intellectually knowledgeable, to be able to understand information and transform it into a way that will help other people understand it.
Tienen conocimiento intelectual que les ayuda a entender y a poder transformar esa sabiduría para ayudar a los demás y hacer un cambio.
And good leaders have a sense of entrepreneurship, a sense of ability to organize things, to promote things, to share them with other people, to spread ideas.
Son empresarios, tienen la habilidad de ser organizados, tienen la habilidad de alentar a las personas para que sean líderes.
Let's look at some other qualities of a Sadvipra.
Vamos a hablar un poco de otras cualidades de un Sadvipra.
Sadvipras, excellent leaders, live a moral life.
Los líderes Sadvipra, excelentes, viven una vida moral.
If people cannot be trusted, then we can't look to them as leaders in social change.
Si los líderes no tienen una vida moral, entonces no los podemos ver como líderes.
And when leaders do things in their private life that are not reflective of what they're trying to say in their public life, then there is a lack of authenticity that is disturbing.
Cuando las personas viven en su vida privada algo que no se corresponde a lo que ellos predican en su vida pública, entonces hay una falta de autenticidad en sus vidas como líderes.
And as I said earlier, our leaders need to have a very universal perspective on life, and that often comes through the practice of some kind of a spiritual path.
Y como dije antes, nuestros líderes deben tener una perspectiva universal del mundo para practicar la espiritualidad en su vida.
They also need to be balanced and clear in their thinking, and that often also comes through through meditation or some kind of a spiritual path, that we become clear in our mind and the clutter is removed.
Deben ser equilibrados y claros en su forma de pensar para que de esa manera puedan llegar a la meditación y al camino de la espiritualidad.
To be good leaders, we have to be clear and not confused by our own emotions or by the clutter of the world around us.
Para ser líderes debemos estar claros y no debemos estar confundidos emocionalmente.
A excellent leader of social change, a Sadvipra, lives a life of social service. They serve in every way that they can, all the time.
Los líderes excelentes y Sadvipras deben vivir una vida al servicio, deben ser serviciales siempre.
Let's talk a little bit about how Sadvipras lead society.
Vamos a hablar un poco de cómo lideran la sociedad los Sadvipras.
By being actively involved in social change.
Están involucrados activamente en el cambio social.
By thoughtfully observing what's happening around them.
Observan atentamente lo que pasa a su alrededor.
By effectively intervening when one group begins to exploit another group.
Intervienen en forma efectiva cuando un grupo empieza a explotar a otro.
In society, there are times when a whole group of people will exploit other people. For example, right now in the world, people who are capitalists, who run businesses, are exploiting people in many ways, and that intervention needs to happen to stop that process.
Estamos en un mundo en que muchas veces un grupo puede explotar a otro, en un mundo en donde existe el capitalismo, en donde explotan a las personas, y es por esto que debemos intervenir.
According to PR Sarkar, the spirit to fight against all odds alone can solve the problems confronting human beings. March ahead and wage war against all difficulties, every impediment. Victory is surely to embrace you. Difficulties and encumbrances cannot be more powerful than your capacity to solve them. You are the children of the great cosmic entity. Be a Sadvipra and make others Sadvipra also.
Según Sarkar, el espíritu de lucha en contra de todas las dificultades puede resolver los problemas que los seres humanos enfrentan. Marchen hacia adelante y declaren la guerra a las dificultades, a cada impedimento. Ustedes saldrán victoriosos. Las dificultades y las cargas no pueden ser más poderosas que su capacidad de resolverlas. Ustedes son los hijos de la gran entidad cósmica. Sean Sadvipras y crean en otros Sadvipras.
As I was putting together this PowerPoint presentation, and I was drawing from the pictures that I had in my computer.
En esta presentación utilicé imágenes que tenía en mi computadora.
And I realized that many of the pictures were people that I think of as very powerful leaders in their field in the world.
Y me di cuenta que en las imágenes salían personas que son líderes bastante poderosos en nuestro mundo.
So I thought if I had time today that I would introduce you to two of them.
Si tengo tiempo quisiera presentarles algunos de ellos.
Dada Dineshananda is a monk like these monks over here in Ananda Marga. He works for an organization called Amert in Africa.
Dada Dineshananda es un monje, así como los que ven aquí, y trabaja en una organización que se llama Amert en África.
And I put, oops, sorry, back. Sometimes this changes without my even touching it.
Esto cambia sin que yo lo haga.
Okay. All right. There it is. Okay. Maybe they changed it over there.
Quizás lo cambiaron por allá.
This picture, if you see that there's a big body of water here, is a reservoir that was built in Ghana, in an area where the women had to walk up to 20 miles a day just to get water back and forth to their families, and so to walk several times a day back and forth. And they built this reservoir. They designed it with the help of Engineers Without Borders, brought in heavy equipment into this very rural area, dug it out, and built this reservoir and a system for the water coming down, going through filtering systems, and ending up in the 18 different villages that it covers. And it was an amazing project, and it saved many lives and reduced a lot of suffering, not just in the trips back and forth to get the water, but because there was a worm that was in the water that was getting into people's bodies. Sorry. Okay. Forgot I was being translated.
Como ven en la imagen, aquí hay una cantidad de agua que es una reserva que se construyó en Ghana, de alrededor, que es donde las mujeres van a recoger agua. Es de alrededor de 20 millas. Las mujeres van a recoger agua para llevarla a sus familias. Fue construida con ayuda de algunos ingenieros y equipos especiales que tuvieron que excavar, y esto gracias a este sistema han podido reducir bastante el sufrimiento allá en 18 pueblos, porque había algún problema de salud porque había un gusano en el agua que afectaba a las familias.
All right, I think my time is up. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a Jody Wright. Bueno, y a todos los